Hey, this is Jake of All Trades, and today we're going to show you how we built this custom wall wood rack. So this is what I'm currently dealing with. I'm starting to get a lot more lumber like this, 8-9 foot pieces that are taking up floor space, plus my rack here full of wood, and it's just getting in the way. I want to free up this space, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mount this to the wall right here with the racks. It's going to go 8 feet along all the way up to that side where I've got some stuff on this top shelf, and I'm going to be moving that. And then I'm actually going to be moving this out and being able to put some more equipment there. So let's get started.
So I decided to use 4x4 material and 3/4 inch electrical conduit for this build. I just wanted to make an easy build, easy to make, easy to install, and I wanted to be flexible as well as far as how I could store my lumber. So I began by cutting down my 4x4s to 40 inches, and 4 of those, and then 2 16-inch pieces. I also wanted to make it look nice, so I decided to mill all these down and jointed each one, and then I planed each to 3x3. Gives it a really nice look and make sure everything is nice and square. After milling up my lumber, I laid out my marks for all the holes were going to be drilled. I decided that I was going to put holes every 6 inches along these pieces. I started my marks 2 inches from the bottom and then just continued my marks every 6 inches up the beams. Next, it was time to set up my drill press. So I got a scrap piece of lumber and another board to sit on top of that to give me my 5-degree angle I wanted. I just moved that scrap piece right to left until I found that 5 degrees and then just attached that to the bottom table with screws.
So let me show you how I put this jig together. Super simple. All I did again was find my 5 degrees here by just moving my board in and out, and I'm using a scrap piece of material, and I just marked where that went, made it perpendicular to my edge and screwed that in. On the top board, I took another piece of wood and screwed that in here, and I'm not tapering it or anything. And all that's going to do is ride along my edge here, and I can pull this further in or farther back depending on where my center line is. And once I find where that center point is, all I have to do is clamp it here in the back and then run my board just straight up that back fence and drill my holes. So here we go.
After all the holes were drilled, it was time to cut the conduit. I cut all the large pieces at 18 inches because the holes in the beam were 3 inches, which would give me 18 inches of conduit coming out of the wall. I also cut several 15-inch pieces, which will give me 12 inches of distance out of the rack for my lower section. These are really easy to cut with a reciprocating saw, and then I just cleaned up the ends with a file and an angle grinder and turned out really nice. After that, it was in time to install. I started by screwing one end into the studs and then just made sure that they were level vertically. I then just placed a piece of conduit in each beam and made sure that it was level as I was going across. This method made the work go really fast and made sure that everything is level as I was going across the wall. Using the 15/16 Forstner bit was perfect for this conduit. It gave us a nice snug fit, it feels nice and secure, but if I ever want to take these out, I can easily remove them as well.
So I really like how this turned out. I like that I can just put everything up here, get it up off the floor, get it out of the storage bin. I like that it's up high, and that's totally fine with me. I can get access to that, no problem. You can see it's already full. I've already filled this thing up, and I'm gonna have to get rid of some of the reclaimed lumber and just either mill it up or just give it away, I don't know. But that'll free up some more room. And if I need to, and if this ever goes away, I can actually extend this out even a little bit farther. So that's really nice. If you have any questions about this build or comments about this build, I'd love to hear those if you can put those below. And this is Jake of All Trades saying we'll see you next time.